What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out. EMT here, and in this video we are capturing cinematic video with a brand new and unique filter system. I'm talking about the Freewell magnetic VND system for mirrorless and DSLR cameras. Let's dive in. The Freewell magnetic VND system will start at $399 US. And the moment I opened the packaging, I was actually very impressed by the carrying case. This case is very stylish. It has a unique design that allows you not only to house the filters and pull them with this little strap at the very top, but it also has SD card compartments at the top. And that is really cool because sometimes you might not really need a full-blown camera bag. You might be running and gunning with a single camera, with a single lens, and this is it. This is pretty much everything you would need to make the necessary adjustments for your shooting, and I think it's a fantastic solution. And it also includes a clip for you to hang it in a belt, in a backpack, anywhere you want. Now the whole system starts with the base ring. And this ring goes straight into your lens. We have a VND base for the variable neutral density, as well as a mist VND base. Now, in order to attach the VND base to the base ring, all you really have to do is just simply magnetically push it in and it just falls in place. And that is the whole idea of this filter. Once you have your ring attached to your lens and you have the base, it's pretty much free reign for you to attach whichever filter is appropriate for that environment. Now here's an example of an image that I captured directly with the camera, no filters attached, and of course the shutter speed information and everything is down below so you can inspect. But when we apply an ND filter, a VND filter from the Freewell magnetic system, it opens up the door for us to be able to slow down that shutter and get that really awesome long exposure, that creamy water effect, for you to be able to create some drama and add a little bit extra pop to your images. And this opens up the possibility for us to be able to capture cinematic video with the cinematic shutter speed, or the 180-degree shutter rule. You just simply set your shutter speed to be double the frame rate. So for example, this video right now is being captured at 30 frames per second. So my shutter speed is actually at 1/60th of a second. And if you're filming at 24 frames per second, most shutter speeds will go either to 50 or 48. If you're filming at 60 frames per second, technically speaking, your shutter speed should be 120th of a second. So the whole idea is to double up your shutter speed based on your frame rate. And what this is going to do is just simply give you a natural motion blur effect. Here's an example of a water fountain without any ND filters. And in order to be able to capture a proper exposure, we have to crank that shutter speed because it's daylight, it's bright outside. When we leverage the Freewell magnetic VND system, it gives us the capability to slow down that shutter speed and get smooth, natural cinematic motion, that little motion blur kind of situation. If I take the filter out, without altering the settings, you can see how everything is overexposed, and we don't want that. And that's what often helps us differentiate camcorder-like footage or GoPro footage or cell phone footage that pretty much the shutter speed is automatic. The device, the camera, the phone picks up whatever shutter speed's adequate for that environment in order to properly expose, but we end up neglecting the motion of whatever we're capturing. So with the Freewell magnetic VND system, not only being a magnetic, innovative kind of system, it does allows us to achieve that cinematic shutter speed. Now, if it's not too bright outside, but you would love still to slow down your shutter speed for any long exposures or any cinematic shutter speeds, there are two different ND filters that you would slap on top of your base system. And it's pretty clever the way that Freewell was able to pack a lot of functionality into these filters. right? In one side, you have the neutral density, right? This is going to be the 2 to 5 stop VND. But if we rotate this whole thing, you can actually see at the very top, it says CPL for circular polarizer. And this is what's going to allow you to cut through glare and reflection if you're filming through a window or you're filming the water, right? This is what's going to give you that capability, as well as a little bit of a pop in color and contrast. And once again, the ability to have all these different configurations and possibilities within one system that magnetically attaches to your lens is super awesome. It's very, very clever. It's very easy to use. Once you get the hang of it, at the beginning, I was like, oh, okay, this goes here, this goes there. But once you go over the initial learning curve, understanding where the logos are and how to attach it to the base ring, it's very, very effortless. This system also includes a lens cap. The fact that you can use their lens cap and not really have to take out anything else, just simply put the filters that you're not going to use in the case, is I think it's a very clever and innovative system. If you're out and about and you want to slow down your shutter speed, you can apply that neutral density filter on top of your base ring. And then let's say you're gonna grab a bite, take a break, put the lens cap on it. And this is all sitting right on top of your lens. And when you're ready to roll, just simply detach the lens cap and off you go. And let's not forget about the mist filter. The mist filter is actually one of my favorite ones, to be honest with you, because it pretty much gives you that dreamlike, that dramatic-esque kind of scene. It creates a really nice bloom and halo around light sources. And it's very, very useful and very, very popular when you're trying to film cinematic video during the nighttime, when there are neon signs and lights and things like that. It just elevates the quality of your footage. It's very easy to use. You just simply swap out the base VND filter and then just slap on the mist VND filter, and that's it. You don't really have to do anything. Automatically creates that really nice aura around light sources. It kind of smoothens scans, which is really useful when filming subject or close-ups and things like that. So I highly encourage you to leverage all these filters for your next project in order to expand the repertoire, because if you really think about it, with this one filter system, you have a myriad different options between neutral density, polarization, as well as mist diffusion. And it's pretty awesome because when you factor in the value of the individual filters as well as the base ring system, it's actually pretty competitive, because standalone filters on the industry are $200-300 and up when you're looking for a high quality kind of ND filter. Now, the one thing that I got to give you the heads up about the filter system being a magnetic filter is that don't you dare drop this. I made a huge mistake and I actually left my camera low to the ground in order to capture some of those long exposures in the beach under that pier. And I miscalculated. A big wave came over and the tripod that I was using was pretty much a hand tripod. It wasn't a tall tripod like the one I'm using right now. And my camera got wet and literally water just went straight through my camera into the lens, into the filter system. And because the filter system is magnetic, if you were to drop it in an environment that there's gravel, stone, sand, minerals, and things like that, you will end up with residue attached to those rings. And there isn't a more frustrating sound than zooming in or adjusting the ISO of your lens or your focus ring and then having that sand crackle right inside. Same thing with the filter. So protect yourself. Keep an eye out for your surroundings, because if you do get any dust, dirt, sand, or any kind of mineral into this filter system, it's a little difficult to get it out because of the magnetism. But just a heads up, that's kind of like the only thing that I encountered that I was like, I wish I knew this first, because that way I would have brought a different tripod. But hopefully that helps you avoid any kind of incidents just like mine. But I want to know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have any questions or suggestions, drop them down there so we can continue to create relevant content for you. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And as always, thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and I'll catch you on the next one.